Yo, welcome back, guys. Today I want to talk about procrastination and in specific how to stop procrastinating if you are, and if not, then at least how to become a more efficient procrastinator. I'm going to preface this by saying that I don't think procrastination is necessarily a bad thing. I just think that if you do it too much or if you do it incorrectly, that it can lead to a lot of problems in your life with your schedule and other things becoming super overwhelming at the wrong times. Since I'm in hard mode, I'm going to work on getting some wing materials, starting with Souls of Flight. I'd love to get a giant harpy feather. We'll see if I can get any lucky, but statistically that's not gonna happen. Also, I just noticed that ever since I played Calamity last, they completely resprited like Essence of Sunlight and the other essences from the ones that I'm used to. I'm gonna place one of the water candle dudes and then I'll drink a battle potion. Just hope some wyverns will spawn. Since my last video on stream, I got a couple better weapons. This one that I'm using, oh shoot. It's a weird glitch where sometimes you just die and you don't know why. All right, that did not go as planned. Let me get back up there and see if I can do any better than before. I think maybe the strategy is not to drink a battle potion. That might be a little overkill. I'm gonna get swarmed by enemies that I cannot manage. Especially in the rain, these dudes are always above me. These dudes drop a very good weapon, which I just managed to get. All right, so let's talk about procrastinating. I think the biggest issue with procrastination is not having a good schedule. And of course, you can have a good schedule and still procrastinate. I think if you do want to work on procrastination, I need you to take a look back at yourself and be like, do I even plan out anything? Or do you kind of just keep a rough idea in your head and then work from there? If so, I think you're going to want to start first by making a schedule. It's easy to follow. So for example, make one on your phone that you can always have with you, and then just try your best to check it often and stick to it. This is going to lead you to at least being more familiar with what you have to do. And a lot of procrastination issues come when you forget stuff. So if you're able to remember stuff and take away that forgetting aspect, it'll eliminate a huge... All right, I'm getting pretty lucky right now. I'm getting a decent amount of spawns. I shouldn't need any more Souls of Flight, but I'm gonna... So before college, I did have a decent time not procrastinating anything, but for some reason, when it actually matters and when I'm actually spending thousands of dollars, I've decided that procrastination is gonna start to become an issue for me. The biggest issue with me and procrastination isn't that I put off things completely and I say, hey, I don't want to do anything homework related. I'm just gonna go play games, or I'm gonna waste time, right? The biggest issue is instead of being productive when I have nothing to do, I just play games, or I work on something else, like I read a book or something, which is not a bad thing. But say I have an extra day, right? A free day, no homework, no responsibilities. Usually, instead of being like, hey, let me look forward to next week's homework and work on that at least a little bit, right? Like being a little bit productive, I'll say, well, I don't have anything due today, so why should I work on anything? This is definitely a more simple example of procrastination, but I think it's an important one to realize that I think it's super inefficient to put aside all of your future responsibilities that you do know are going to happen just because you feel like that day doesn't have anything. I think working ahead is actually a little more beneficial, because you will come to a point where if you're working ahead, you will have absolutely nothing to do. And at that point, it is really, really nice. And it's a little less stressful to actually just sit down and play games or do what you want. It's almost like you earned it instead of just having that like constant reminder in the background that you will have more to do. So making sure to do things early is something I definitely need to work on myself. It's just an issue that I've had the past year-ish. All right, now that we got the souls, I'm going to head to the hollow. I actually do not know where it is yet, so I'm going to have to find it. And then we're going to work on getting some pixie dust, because then I can make pixie wings. And for what I understand, those are a decent option at the moment. There are other options, but I think that's the easiest for me to do straight off the bat. The first couple of weeks of college, I was super motivated to actually do a bunch of stuff and work ahead. Although I probably had the most homework in those weeks compared to any other weeks, I noticed that I was really enjoying it, because I did a lot all at once, but when I got that done, whatever my 4 hours straight of just grinding, it was all done, and I was able to just sit back and relax, play what I wanted, do what I want. Jeez, that thing hits hard. Oh wow, I'm a genius. Definitely not cheesing this boss. Sit both those guys here and just let the DPS work its magic. I'm actually lucky with this frost core. I might simply just be able to make some wings. I can't remember what the recipe is though. I am wrong. What would I need to do for wing? Ice feather. How do you get an ice feather again? All right, I checked the wiki. Ice feathers are dropped by the same exact dude, the mini boss, the ice golem guy. I just have a 33% chance. So while it is raining and I guess it'd be a blizzard in the snow, I'm gonna go work on getting that. That is gonna be definitely preferable over pixie wings. Just gotta wait around here for ice golem to spawn. All right, I got a new summon. These dudes look pretty good. They look pretty freaking cool too. Oh, we got the ice golem. He's in the cave. I just saw him. I just saw his head sticking through. Yep, there he is. All right, so we're gonna actually dig down, and then potentially I might be able to just throw. I mean, of course my summons can damage him from here, but ooh, I'll need a. There you go. I'm able to shoot down and get some decent. In fact, I don't know if my bullets are even going through. There you go. I'll just hope and pray we get the 33% chance here. We did not get the feather, I do not believe, so we're gonna have to do a little more searching so we can get it. Since I've started making YouTube videos, I've technically had a lot more on my plate. It's not that these videos take too long to make, and it's not that I don't love making them. It's just that it's definitely made me reconsider my schedule a lot. Like I've had to work around a whole different schedule than before, just because I want to save a good amount of time to make these videos. This has both been good and bad for multiple reasons. One reason that it's really good that I've started making videos is because it allows me to have this creative outlet on YouTube as well. I just found this guy, so he will drop it because that's how 33% chance works. Don't question it. Please drop it. Oh, I got it. Nice. Well, that was a completely unexpected turn of events that I would be fighting that guy and farming for the ice feather, but we got lucky enough to say that we can now craft it, maybe. Let me see what the required. I guess it would be called frozen wings, huh? What's the required? Oh, it's a mithril. I am forced to beat at least one boss. That's okay. I'm gonna craft demon wings for now. This is super easy. It'll give me a decent more amount of flight as I'm wanting to fight this next mech boss. Yeah, it'll give me a little more flight. It's not great, but it'll have to do. I've definitely come to appreciate making videos, mainly because it gives me something to look forward to every single week, and I know when I'm gonna do it and how I'm gonna do it. So it's not a question at all for my schedule. This is one of the only things that I do consistently every week. Of course, I do a bunch of homework, but things like math class, I'm never going to be able to predict when a math assignment is due or what the type of assignment is going to be. So having this thing that I do every week at the same time, the same exact way, is really, really nice for me to keep like a level head and maintain a decent schedule. Just maintaining this little schedule has helped me to not procrastinate as much because I have something to build around. If you're at all struggling with procrastinating, just think about what you want to do differently. And if you really do want to change, then try and start by giving yourself a couple things that you do on a daily basis or a weekly basis at around the same time. Building this simple foundation helped me at least to be a little more aware of what needed to be done and be a little more prepped to do what I needed to. As well, don't force yourself to not do anything fun. If you do have a lot you need to do, as long as you're able to get it done and save time to do stuff you enjoy, make sure to do it. Just doing anything little that you've always found enjoyable is helpful to keep a good mental, because no one really wants to work all the time and then get burnt out and then not actually enjoy what you want. As long as you're balanced, I think balance is very important in every aspect of your life, especially scheduling. Keeping that balance where you're able to get everything done effectively and efficiently, but you still get to enjoy what you love without cutting into that important aspect of life. So yeah, you're gonna have to figure this out for yourself. I wish you the best of luck though. Just like I said, start with small things and eventually you'll be able to work towards a better schedule that you can maintain and enjoy. But yeah, that's about it for today. If you want to see any of this calamity, come check out my Twitch. It'll be linked in the description, as well as I'll throw it on screen real quick. In the next couple weeks, I'll be getting through hard mode, hopefully up to post Moonlord content in Calamity later. But yeah, if you're interested, go check that out. Other than that, thanks for watching. Love you all.